saw from the title, yes, we're going to be talking about ban list and all that.
Banhammer.
That banhammer, that meteor that destroyed a whole clan. But we'll get to that beef later.
Puns intended.
Welcome back to V Time, episode 46. Like always, we're going to cover the leaks. We skipped last week because there was a weird transition period, plus life said nope.
Yep, pretty much.
So yeah, we're going to start off with the leaks. We're going to cover the ban, and that should be it for this episode.
Yep, we're going to be pretty fast because there's a lot to cover.
I know, right? So, concluding the Astral Force collection, we have a couple of the last rares, commons, double rares, I think.
The last high rarity for Gear Chronicle.
Most of the double rares in this set have been supporting the other archetypes, not the main archetype. For example, you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. Runaway Wing Dragon. It is a grade 3 with Force Marker, 13k base.
Does it help Chrono Fang?
No. Actually, it helps the bind Mystery Flare deck.
Lost Legend.
It helps a lot, actually. It has an axe skill, Vanguard Rearguard, cost once, Soul Blast 1, bind to 2 rearguards, can include itself. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, call up to 2 from among them to rearguard, and bind one of them, the rest.
So you're basically binding 3 cards at a time. Depending on your board, you're binding at least a minimum of a grade 3 to your bind zone because you can bind himself.
Yes.
So we playtested this. How stupidly does this turbo?
50% of the time you're getting to the
19.
Huh?
To 19 some.
Yeah, you're gonna get the extra turn on Mystery Flare, not 50% of the time, because you can just chain these off of each other and just keep going, and it's not hard.
It is a stupid turbo. I've been on the receiving end of it. The only downside the turbo does have is you can do the whole double turn.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if you go first and you get to that acceleration, your opponent's at 1 damage more than likely.
You gotta find a way to do some early game before you do all that.
Because if you turbo and you do get the extra turn and you do the extra turn and you don't kill them, you have a minimum of 3 cards in hand.
Yeah.
If you don't call the card from the draw, so minimum of 2.
I mean, and it's a weird setback because if you're going first and your opponent's at grade 2 and you go to Force 2, yeah, you're having crit pressure, but at the same time you're losing power, which is also making the card easy. It's a weird.
Yeah. On the plus side, the whole extra turn thing nullifies any trigger defenses.
True.
And from people that saw the video,
Brent's effect.
Yeah, it actually does nullify Brent's end the turn effect because they do end their turn and start a new one.
Yep.
But continuing on, I'll take this one because this is more for Fang.
Yeah.
It's more for any Gear Chronicle, but I like it in Fang because I do this combo. Steam Sweeper Kalisha. Auto rearguard at the beginning of your battle phase until the end of turn. Increase or decrease this unit's grade to match the grade of one of your vanguards. Auto rearguard when your grade 4 unit attack hits a vanguard, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire. It's honestly a nice tech card and any Gear Chronicle build that focuses on those rearguards that become grade 4s or become your vanguard's grade.
Do note, it is a 7k.
It is a 7k. It's hurt me a couple of times being a 7k. Because I'm 1k shy of then having to guard a little bit differently. So it's an iffy card.
Now on to more Angel Feathers.
Yeah, but
you want to start?
I got this because I played this deck and oof.
Okay.
We're gonna start with Assaulted Angel. Right?
Osculate?
Osculate Angel.
I think it's Osculate.
Auscultate.
Auscultate. Can't English either.
Look, man, I'm foreign and I don't know your excuse.
I know. I can't English either.
He's a great support for Malky. He's auto rearguard when placed from hand. You may look at 7. Whoops. That's the grade 1. My bad. The grade 1 is great for Malky as well. Auto rearguard when placed from hand. You may look at 7 cards from the top of your deck. If you do, reveal up to 1 Arc-Aether Malky from among them, put it into your hand, shuffle your deck. And if you put a card into your hand, put this unit into your soul. So it's a grade 1, grade 3 searcher that goes to soul, which is good because Soul Blast is a great cost in the Angel Malky deck.
Yep. That's a mouthful.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Alright, so Fit Shooter...
Belkiel?
Belkiel? Yeah. It's a grade 3 with a... Does it have a protect marker?
It should. It
does. As a act rearguard skill, once per turn, if your vanguard is the PR, I'm not going to pronounce that.
Malakith.
Your damage zone is has 5 cards, costs counterblast 1, soul blast 2, and heal a card from your damage zone.
Straight up heal. I like it. It's a great support.
Yeah, I mean, if you're stuck on the VR and you're at 5 damage, you normally couldn't use a skill, but hey, this guy heals you, so.
Yeah. And if you can use your Vanguard skill, like you ride, you heal, you damage, you heal again, hey, you're back at 4.
Yep.
I'm okay with this. It is Soul Blast 2 though, and that's where the great one comes in handy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was mostly the Astro Force. And now we're going into trial deck leaks.
Yes.
To start us off, honestly, we're gonna go skip some, and we're gonna go talk about some specific ones we saw. The starters, 1, 2, 3 starters, and of course the main little guy himself,
Chronojet.
Chronojet's back. I like the art.
They also had the original starter deck from G starters.
Yeah, but nobody remembers these two. Everybody knows Chronojet.
You say that, but Madison's gonna come across and he's like, really?
I mean, if Madison makes a guest appearance on Beat Time, I'll be happy.
Anyways, they all have the new erotic skill where you get the.
You still draw a card on ride, and if your opponent's Vanguard's grade is grade 1 or greater,
you get a Blitz Order.
you get a Blitz Order, the Quick Shield.
Yeah.
So, moving on for those, we did have this Tuesday stream, and we thought we were going to wait on this, but no, they just threw us straight into the fire.
Yep.
We saw the main 2 units of the Chronojet trial deck, and when I say main 2 units, yes, we did see Chronojet. So you want to take over Chronojet?
Sure. You want to do a Chronojet first or the other?
This is Chronojet first.
Alright,
So the other will make sense because of Chronojet.
Chronojet Dragon, 13k base grade 3 with a force marker.
I like the interesting art.
Yeah, it
feels like classic, but it's not classic.
Oh, that looks like he's doing enough these things, but.
What?
Nothing. Anyways, going back to the effect.
Vanguard?
In the Vanguard, the normal generic Gear Chronicle strike cost. You discard a card equal to the sun being 3 or greater.
The same as Chrono Fang and Lost Legend,
Yeah,
but his other extra effect is different.
Yes, it is Auto Vanguard Rearguard. When it attacks, costs counterblast 1, and since in the battle this unit gets power +5, and your opponent can also call Sentinels from their hand.
So it's reminiscent of the original Chronojet, but instead of grade 0s, he says Sentinels.
Yes.
And it still gains a 5k. And the best part about this, and I loved watching Vanguard Insider's reaction, the Mad Labs did it. They gave him a Vanguard Rearguard skill.
Yeah, so in Premium, this is pretty cool because you can time leap into him from a grade 2 and get some skills.
Not only that, you can still use this in Premium with the original next stage and have a Sentinel restricting beater that gains a force marker.
You finally have a Rearguard Chronojet that you can use with that restand each try that was useless before.
Not wrong. Like you gain a marker and you have a Sentinel restrict after Mystery Flare.
Exactly.
Win-win.
And then we got a grade 4 for the deck because we couldn't use the skill without having a grade 4.
I mean, what's the point of riding a grade 4 from your deck if you have no grade 4s?
Yep.
So what kind of grade 4 do you give in the trial deck? Well, you give Interdimensional Beast Metallica Phoenix. It's back. I love the fucking art, by the way.
Oh yeah, the art's beautiful.
It's just there, like the presence.
But it has one simple line of text.
Well, you say this, but if people can notice on the image over there, it has a base of triple drive. But the line of text makes kind of sense. Why then? Because it has continuous, you cannot normal ride this card.
Yep.
Doesn't say nothing about Superior Ride though. I thought about it. Think about this. What's all the new grade 3's conditions? You ride a grade 4 and at the end of the turn you retire that unit and you ride a grade 3 from your soul.
Oh yeah, if you had this in your soul, you can ride it from the skill.
Not exactly. It doesn't say grade 3 or greater, I think.
It just says write a card from your deck, I think.
Ride a grade 3 card from your soul. The way the ruling works is if you don't have any cards in your soul when you retire your grade 4, you lose the game.
Yes.
But if you retire the grade 4 and you do not have any grade 3s in soul, you ride anything that you can because you have to fulfill as much of the cost as possible. That becomes your Vanguard.
Yeah.
So if you retire your grade 4 and you don't have grade 3s in soul and you have this card in soul, you can ride it on Vanguard, I'm pretty sure. Because it becomes your Vanguard then. Well, it's not normal riding it, it's just superior riding it.
I have to double check the comp rules, but I'm pretty sure that does work.
I think it does work. If anybody knows, please leave it in the comments below. But I'm pretty sure, because we had that whole discussion on one of the comments on our videos when we were doing either Lost Legend or Chrono Fang.
But a big thing about this though is the fact that it is Metallica Phoenix, which means that they're giving us cards.
I mean, we've known this. We've known this with next stage.
Well, I know we were going to get next stage, but I didn't know they were going to go beyond next stage because Metallica Phoenix came out past next stage.
Watch out.
So that means we can get
A V Series History Maker, V Series Melon.
Exactly. We could get the Melon TikTok combo back
Please
to
no.
standard.
Just please no. Anyway, another mentionable cards kind of wrap this up real quick. We got a Royal Paladin card, Sage of Contemplation Tedan. All these are going to be trial deck cards, so don't expect them to be broken.
I mean, pretty strong.
It is strong. It's act rear guard once per turn, cost counter+1, soul+1, and this unit gets power 15 until the end of turn. Who doesn't want a 24k beater?
Exactly. It's a 9k base bot.
Yeah. Force claims.
And then lastly, we get a Neo Nectar leak, which is going to be
Asli. You got 3 more.
We do?
Yeah. Just count a Neo for Maddie.
Anyways, so Neo Nectar is Budding Maiden Dying. Auto Vanguard Rearguard, win place, cost, discard a card from your hand, draw a card, and one of your grade 3 Vanguards is power +5.
So it's a ditch and draw, so fixer, and then extra power because all the fairy tokens are gonna just get bigger.
Yeah, because the way the whole mechanic was hinted to work is that the tokens are gonna be the same power and critical as your Vanguards, so this technically buffs all of them.
You're not wrong. And then we got Jet's Offspring.
Jet grade 1.
Bearing Rover. Interesting art.
It was very reminiscent of the reprinted art of Chronojet.
Yeah.
Because it almost has the exact same stance.
It's actually funny, there's memes all over the Vanguardians groups, so people already know about this card, but still, it's Auto Vanguard when it attacks, hits, discard a card from your hand, and draw a card. Hey, what's the second skill? Continuous hand, when this card will be discarded, it may be discarded as a grade 3. Sound familiar?
It's wedge move, but instead of binding, you're discarding.
I know, right? So which is better?
Yeah, I mean, it can be splashing anything, which is a good thing.
This does hint though that Chronojet as a deck might not be binding.
No, it might just be like a good generic Gear Chronicle deck all around, which could be splashing anything splashing it.
Pretty much. And then the last leak we got the leak literally a few minutes ago.
Ooh.
We have a Royal Paladin trial deck card. Grade 1, 6k.
Did I just read that right?
It's oh no. Okay, it's not okay. I saw one part of the effect and I'm like, oh no. It is Melodious Angel. Act rearguard once per turn, cost counter+2, draw a card, and if your damage zone has no face-up cards, countercharge 1.
Look, Royals finally got a good countercharge.
I can hear Hector and I'm gonna enchant him. No, we don't. It's not. It is a countercharger, but it's not a countercharger.
But you draw a card and you countercharge for 2.
You countercharge 1.
I know. So it's basically a counterblast 1 if you.
Yeah, but you have to have no face up. I know Altmile is going to work on having face down counterblast.
Yeah.
But still, you have to have 2 face up to get as much of this effect off as possible, because otherwise it's counterblast 2, draw a card. That's a big cost.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't get power. And it's a 6k grade 1. I see what's a trial deck.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Anywho, that was the week's leaks. And so for the next 15 minutes, we're going to be talking about the Ninth Bad Hammer.
Bad Hammer.
And when we say hammer, we mean hammer.
So, this is interesting because it's the complete opposite of last ban list we got. So last ban list, they went real heavy on premium, but barely touched standard.
Now they did the opposite.
They flipped it this time. This time it's mostly standard and a little bit of premium.
And not what people were expecting. So
Yeah.
I'm going to cover standard, you're going to cover premium.
That works.
We got, for standard, some stuff nothing got really banned. Premium got banned. But in standard, we only got stuff restricted to 1 and some stuff came back.
Well, I'm going to talk about 1 because it affects both formats, so I'll talk about that one.
This one?
No, this one.
This one.
Yes, because it affects both.
Fair enough. And you've played the deck, so I can. Well, let's start with the biggest meteor of them all. Angler Blader from Tajikaze, the newest VR boss monster we got restricted to 1 per deck.
Have fun playing your Dino Dragons.
What Dino Dragons? They're extinct.
Yeah, I know. They literally dropped the meteor and
My
everything.
God.
Exists.
They hit the wrong card.
I don't think they hit the wrong card. I think they went too aggressive with it. I could have just said, here, you can have like 2 or 3.
Okay, I agree with people saying on the internet, they shouldn't have restricted him to 1 because that is pointless. They should have just eroded his effect.
I mean, if they're gonna, spoiler alert, a card did get eroded in there. But if they're gonna errata 1 card, you might as well just try to errata things to be better instead of straight up killing the deck off.
Exactly. Like Tachis have almost never been meta. We finally get there. What do they do?
It's not even that it's meta. Like literally the one deck they were built around now is shut down. They only have 1 way to play the deck.
My God. Moving on. Another card got restricted 1, and a lot of people foresaw this from, how long this deck was just in the meta.
Yeah, we saw this coming. It was bound to happen.
Shiryuki for Murakumo got restricted to 1 card per deck. It was kind of understood because Murakumo, Hyuga, Shiryuki, Hayaki, and all that combo. Like that, unfortunately, you gotta think that was meta for a long time.
I know a lot of people wanted a choice restriction, but then again, like people were saying, if another card from Murakumo comes out the strong, they can just play it in that. So limiting it to 1 was a pretty good move.
And I know what some people might be saying, but why didn't Mordred get hit? It's also from the same set, and it's also been meta for the longest time.
Mordred hasn't been as dominant as this,
but it's still strong, especially with the cards coming out.
It's a strong deck, but it also wasn't showing up 70% of every tournament.
Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, the next card, I'm gonna since you're taking some from my standard, I'm gonna take some from yours, premium.
That's fine.
There's a card that got hit in standard and premium the same amount. Dorian from Pillman is restricted to 1 in all formats.
Yep.
So Silverthorn, I wouldn't say they died.
They hurt it hard.
They hurt it hard. It's not Tachi hit.
No, they killed Tachi.
They killed Tachi.
They should have murdered it.
They crippled I said Silverthorn, but yes, Silverthorn. They basically crippled Silverthorn.
Yeah, and I love how some people were really excited to play this in premium, and then they got limited there too. So
was it different fight?
Yeah, different fight was so excited, man. He was so excited.
I really feel bad.
I felt bad for him. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna cover this.
The slap on the wrist?
You're a slap on the wrist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the fact that now that all this stuff got restricted, 1 deck's gonna be reigning supreme, and they kinda hit it, but not really. Murakami's Cho got restricted to 2 per deck. Like that's gotta matter with the Vanquisher coming out.
Okay, cool. It gets rid of some of the early game potential they had. But I mean, we have such a giant card pool of cards. We can play Zoran, or we can just play the new Voltage Horn Dragon. There's options. This doesn't hurt that much.
And it's not gonna hurt the whole multi-attacking aspect of Vanquisher.
Yeah, I mean, they're still gonna do their stupid shenanigans. Expect this to be a 1-deck format of Vanquisher.
Vanquishers are surprisingly almost never got, not Vanquisher, Murakami in general, surprisingly never gets really hit. When was the last time Murakami got hit by the ban list at all?
We never got hit by a ban list.
Exactly.
Until now.
Can you really consider this a hit?
No, it's not a hit. It's just a slap on the wrist.
You got a slap. Pale Moon got a gut punch, and Tachikaze straight up got assassinated.
You know what else got hurt really bad? Riviere.
Yeah.
So, we did not get restricted, but we got something interesting to happen. Riviere got eroded.
Yep.
And by that, I mean it now has the Lieselet skill, where you can only use its ability once per turn.
I call it the main skill. The main is the first one that did it.
Well, yeah, the main. Basically, you get to use it once. Even if it's once per turn, you can't use it again after that.
No, you can't use cards with the same card name ever again that turn.
Yes. So, you can't just spam ride all the time. You get it once, and you get make it count.
I mean, 2 Vanguard swings are still 2 Vanguard swings.
Yes, I mean, it's still strong, but it fell to a solid B tier.
Exactly. But with them hitting Riviere, they said, well, we hit standard Bermuda previously, and then we hit them again. We should probably balance it out. How do we balance it out? They unrestricted the Sonata Lieselet choice restriction. So now you can play that Melody Rush deck again.
I don't know if this really makes a difference now that power creep in the game.
It might not, but at the same time, you're giving early game to a deck that on grade 3 turn can hit you with 50 columns, and one of them can be double critical already.
But so can everything else in Force right now.
True.
And we'll see. I don't think it's going to make big of a difference, but you never know.
It'll be interesting. I want to see people's ideas, and I want to see what people say about this, if it's going to come back to the meta.
So, Premium. We all know it was going to get hit. We didn't know how. Azul Golds got hit. by saying complete ban of Wonder GS.
Wonder Ezel went away. Did that stop the deck?
No,
not really.
They're still gonna be striding at you at grade 1.
I think it was Vanguard Insider that said it, and I love how he said it. I really think it was him that said it, or maybe it was Solemn actually. I don't remember. There's so many people that have covered this already.
I still think they should have hit both means to win.
What they said basically, and whoever said it, props to them. This didn't stop Ezel from the meta. Ezel's still gonna be meta.
Yeah.
It gave other clans chances to fight now.
Yeah, because now they can still do the whole stupid ride while you're at grade 1 and 2 things.
Yeah.
Striding. But now they're not gonna go wide with it right away. They're just gonna be like, well, we're doing regular Vanguard things.
Pretty much. And then what else?
Oh
no, that's it.
Yeah, the Pillman thing. But yeah, they didn't hit anything else. So Near Nectar's still there.
DI's still there.
Yeah, have fun.
That's about it, yeah.
Have fun with your token rush. Because, you know,
Oh, no.
Premium is such a fun format.
Hey, you never know. Premium collection's coming out. Who knows how they break some premium clans now?
Hey, maybe they'll finally break.
Also, I love how I don't think a lot of people have talked about it, and if they have, I think probably missed it. You know, the Jet has a force marker and a pretty solid Vanguard ability. Like, nobody's been talking about OG premium Jet coming back.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can still go in the next stage and rewrite this Jet with the signal restricted force
And you
marker.
still got pretty decent stuff to be on rearguards and do shit.
Yeah.
And Melon got unrestricted, so you can, like, you ride the new Jet, you put a force marker on the rearguard, now your Melon combo is always swinging with bigger numbers. You gotta think, Melon was an 11k poker always.
Oh yeah, but
with TikTok.
But the thing is, though, everything's now at 12 and 13k base.
Yeah, but you put a force marker, you go to 21. They gotta hit a defensive trigger, but if they don't.
Oh yeah, but
And then you got your next stager.
you got the same mentality with every still deck.
Well, yeah, but still, it's viable for premium. And then you do your next stage thing, and hey, look, now a Chronojet no Sentinel is gonna swing at you.
You know what I think is more relevant? Is the fact that if Premium Collection gives us a good first stride for Narukami, we have the Vanquisher shenanigans while they're at grade 2, and then if we get to a stride, we have a good first stride option.
Not wrong.
So, depending on what they give us, like, Premium Collection is going to make a difference. I mean, that's really going to be. I feel like a lot of their choices is probably because of what happened in the Premium Collection.
I mean, the best thing is gonna be seeing what next stage and all those stuff do. Like, just imagine if next stage can just replace a stride next stage in premium.
I told you this. My reason for them saying that they probably did not hit Neo Nectar is probably because, you know, the Asha is working away from plant tokens and working with these pixie tokens. So it's probably not going to work well with the.
I mean, it might not work well, but doesn't stop the token rush.
Oh no! I
Token
mean,
rush.
they can still use rear guards to do it. I'm just saying, it's probably.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's all we have. That's all she wrote. That's all we got.
And then we'll probably see you next week with either Altma or Asha.
So, pretty much. I mean, we're a couple of weeks away before the trial actually leaks, so they might start leaking the actual set. Oh, they might actually. Never mind. We'll see what happens next week or next stream, and we'll talk about it later. Other news: in about a month's time and a little bit of change, we're going to Atlanta. So if people want to meet us there, hey, set up. Other than that, yeah, I think that was pretty good. Episode 46.
Yep.
Like I said below, leave in the comments if you know about the whole grade 3 call from deck goes away. If you don't have a grade 3 in Soul, do you write anything? And also leave some thoughts in the comments about the whole trial decks and what they might do. Other than that, I think you got anything?
Not till we see more leaks.
Yeah, not till we see more leaks. Yeah.
Rip Tachi.
Please. For Tachi.
Press F for Tachi.
Like this video for Tachi.
Press
Subscribe. Subscribe for Tachi, ring that bell notifications for Tachi, and even follow us on Facebook maybe for Tachis. But as always, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
And for Tachis. Man, they hit my back. We just got meta.